Pleasure to talk to you about this film. First of all, there was a stunt on Burj Khalifa yesterday. Were you
Yes.
following it? And how amazing is it to do spectacle things around the promotion of this film?
It's stunning. I'm flattered that we get to play with such a big canvas. We've got that, and we have a giant Godzilla head coming out of a movie theater in Los Angeles. So it's nice to see that the marketing is just as fun as the movie itself.
Well, talking about that and the technology and how much it allows you to do in terms of spectacle, how much creative freedom does that actually give you, and how much of a responsibility is it?
It gives you complete freedom. Like, there's nothing you can't do with visual effects these days. I mean, we could take our interview and plop us on the moon if we wanted to, you know, and we had the budget for it. But that also means that you do have more responsibility to use that reasonably and responsibly. But it's a lot of fun to know that you can do anything.
It's a big endeavor because you're not only creating the behemoth of Godzilla creatures, you're also creating several other creatures without giving too much away, but it's quite a spectacle in itself. So how much do you work in pre-production on things like that in terms of creating the other characters that are not in the live action,
Yeah, that was the bulk of pre-production, was coming up with these other creatures, Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah, old friends of Godzilla, and wanted to come up with designs that paid tribute to the past incarnations of the creatures, but also taking those designs and plopping them into previs animation. So, months before we ever start shooting, we're plotting out the exact shots that we need for a given sequence. But it was really fun. It was like being a kid again.
Are you able to gauge, I mean, obviously I'm sure you love it, but gauge how, what makes audiences so interested in Godzilla, for nearly a century now?
Yeah, I mean, he's been around for a long time. It was 65 plus years we're going on. This is the 65th anniversary of the character. So there's a pressure to create a film which lives up to that legacy, but can also sort of nurture it to continue for another 65 years, maybe even longer.